Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon have been out for a little while now, and it's fair to say that these games are absolutely incredible. I love the fact that this game is super challenging, there's a bunch of more new Pokemon we can catch. It's just a great day at the office for this game. I've seen a lot of people make this kind of video where they go over their personal team when playing Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team, so I thought, hey, let's jump on that bandwagon and go through my team. With that being said, today's video goes over my team for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. Don't hesitate to drop a comment down below going over your team. I would love to hear what you guys have come up with. Don't forget to leave a like on this video too to show your support, and I'll be sure to bring out a new video very shortly. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date, and follow my Twitter to updates about the channel. Both of those links can be found in the description down below. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you guys enjoy. So starting things off and claiming the first spot on my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team is of course Rowlet, who does evolve into Decidueye. Now without a doubt, Rowlet is one of the cutest starter Pokemon you can get. I love his little bow tie, I love the fact that he turns his head round in battle, and since we've seen him in the Pokemon anime, it's just made my love for this Pokemon even wider. If you haven't seen the anime, Rowlet is one of the main reasons I watch it. He's just great, he's the definite comedy factor of the anime, and I absolutely love him. But anyway, back to Ultra Sun and Moon. I really like that this is one of the starter Pokemon because Rowlet is without a doubt one of my favorite grass type Pokemon of all time, and Decidueye is so good. I'm from Nottingham. I love the fact that this thing is based on Robin Hood. Call them all Robin or Robin Hood. You already know I've got those nicknames on point. I just absolutely love the design of this Pokemon, and he's super helpful with some of the trials as well, which is even more of a reason to pick this dude, especially as well because there aren't even that many decent grass types you can get in the Alola region. I know there are Pokemon such as Serena and stuff like that, but you can get Rowlet so early on, and there are good fire and water types you can get, such as Arcanine, you know, Gyarados, that you can get quite early on. So for me, the most sensible pick would have been to be Rowlet, but I just love Rowlet anyway, so that's why I went for it. But that is why Rowlet takes the #1 spot in my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team. Taking the #2 spot in my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team is of course Dusk and Lycanroc. Now as soon as I knew this Pokemon existed, there was a brand new Lycanroc form coming to the new games, I had to have it on my team. And it was even better the fact that it was so easy to get as well. Like, the really good thing about this team that I've picked, you can get them all relatively early in the game. You can obviously get Rowlet as your starter Pokemon, then you can get the event Rockruff straight away. I think it runs to like January the 10th or something like that. So straight away with my team that I used, I had Rowlet and Rockruff before the first trial. Like, I was really happy with my team so far, and Dusk and Lycanroc looks absolutely insane, and how can you not love this thing? It's by far my favorite Lycanroc form. I love everything about it. It's one of the best in the competitive scene out of the three, and I just don't know how you can't fall in love with this dude. He's absolutely amazing. He gets like Excel Rock, he gets a really cool ability, he's just a really good Pokemon. He really helps out. He's very fast, physically attacking, and I love the design. You know, I had to have him as soon as I saw this Pokemon exist. And of course, if there are new Pokemon in the game, why wouldn't you use those Pokemon? Because out of all the Pokemon that were released in the Alola region, you've probably used all of them once or twice or so. Maybe not in game, but probably in a battle or something like that. So if there is a brand new Pokemon that you haven't used yet, why wouldn't you use it? That's all I'm saying, which is why I had to have Dusk and Lycanroc on my team, which is why this brand new Pokemon to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon takes the #2 spot on my Ultra Sun and Moon team. My #3 spot for my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team is again another very early on encounter, and that is a Holocha, a brand new Pokemon to the Alola region because we couldn't get access to this Pokemon in Sun and Moon, but he's there in the wild in Ultra Sun and Moon. However, there is a very easy way to get this. Now you can obviously go to Route 4, use a 10% encounter, everything like that. You can do it that way, or the much easier way is to just catch a Spearow, go to the Pokemon Center on Route 4, and there is a woman there that trades you a Holocha for a Spearow. I don't know what is going on with this girl. She must really need a Spearow or something, because a Holocha for a Spearow is just such an unfair trade. I'm not gonna ask any questions. I will gladly take that Holocha. The good thing about getting it this way though, instead of catching it on Route 4, is the fact that because it is a traded Pokemon, it gets boosted experience from every battle. So your Holocha from the trade will be leveling up much faster than the one you catch in the wild. And with how difficult Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon are, you're gonna be wanting that experience really quickly to get those levels. But that's what I mean. A trade this bad though, Spearow for Holocha. I know I understand in like Pokemon Red and Blue it was a Spearow for a Farfetch. That is kind of a more fair trade because they're both pretty bad Pokemon, but a Holocha is a very, very good Pokemon, so the fact that we're getting a Spearow for Holocha, I didn't even know. It's just a crazy trade, but again, another Pokemon you can get very early on in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, and that is why Holocha takes the number 3 spot in my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon team. Coming in at the number 4 spot in my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team is still at Route 4. Route 4 is offering many good Pokemon that we can grab, and one of those is of course a Growlithe. As I said earlier on in the video, there are better fire wards types that you can get instead of grass early on in the game, and as I said, Growlithe was definitely one of those, and he's very easy to find. He's just on Route 4, just in that patch of grass right next to Pokemon Center. Pick up a Growlithe. I know he's not great until you do get an Arcanine, but you get Firestone relatively early as soon as you get to Olivia's shop. I'm pretty sure you can find a Firestone in the wild, so I'm not too sure where the other location is. All I know though is Olivia's shop, they definitely sell them there. And then once you get an Arcanine, it gets Intimidate, it gets a really good move pool, it's really powerful, it can be bulky, it's just a very useful Pokemon. And like I say, since this game is so difficult, having an Intimidate user is very, very useful in this game because lowering that physical attack stat is very, very useful, like I say. And plus, Arcanine's design is just insane. Every game of Pokemon where we've been able to grab an Arcanine, I've always gone for it because Arcanine is one of my favorite fire-type Pokemon, probably my second favorite fire-type Pokemon of all time. So this moment that I saw in Sun and Moon, you could get a Growlithe this early on, I was swiping him up. I needed that puppy on my team, and like I say, Arcanine looks amazing. I mean, he was supposed to be a legendary Pokemon, for like crying out loud. Like, if you didn't know, he was supposed to be one of the legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Red and Blue, but they scrapped it and decided to put in Moltres instead. But you know what I mean, this Pokemon is absolutely insane. It looks great, has a great move pool, great stats all across the board. I just love Arcanine, which is why it takes the number 4 spot in my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team. Coming in at the number 5 spot in my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team is, of course, Mareep. Now, Mareep is another brand new Pokemon to the Alola region because in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, we couldn't get this fluffy little sheep in those games. But in Ultra Sun and Moon, he's available at the Panolia Ranch, and he is such a useful asset to my team. Like I said, I needed some diversity on my team. I've got my Fire type, got my Grass type. I needed that Electric type Pokemon. Mareep pops up. I'm like, yes, I'm definitely grabbing you in my team. He's got an incredible evolution line. Ampharos is so good. He hits hard, he's very bulky, has a lot of HP. They have the static ability, which has come in handy so many times throughout this game. Like I say, this game is so difficult, and getting that lucky paralysis off every now and again is useful. When I've got Arcanine coming in intimidating things, got Ampharos getting things paralyzed with static, it's just really, really useful. And like I say, this thing hits really, really hard. And there weren't that many decent electric types in Pokemon Sun and Moon, so Ultra Sun and Moon coming around the corner with introducing Mareep to the games really helped me out for my team. And like I say, a good electric type is very, very clutch in the games because Araquanid, definitely something difficult to go up against. I had my Flaffy at that point. I know Araquanid holds that berry which weakens electric type attacks, but that's only one turn. So if you level up your Flaffy enough, you got the static as well, you can just do so many good things with Flaffy, Ampharos, Mareep, whichever floats your boat. They're all amazing Pokemon. They're all very, very useful. So as soon as I saw one pop up at that ranch, I had to throw my Pokeball at it quicker than you can say that's a sheep. I don't even know why you'd say that, but that's regardless. That's beside the point. Ampharos claims the number 5 spot in my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon team. Finishing my team off though and claiming the number 6 spot on my Ultra Sun and Moon team had to be an evolution. I love Eevee, I love its evolutions, I had to have something. I needed some diversity in my team. I was missing a water type. You already know I'm evolving my Eevee into the water type Pokemon Vaporeon. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can get an Eevee in Ultra Sun and Moon. You can of course get one at the daycare. One of the women give you an Eevee egg, which is great, you don't have to catch one. Or you can go to Route 4. I think it is only around a 5 or 10% encounter rate to find an Eevee here, so definitely go to the woman at the daycare if you want your Eevee. But like I say, if you didn't go there, you didn't know about that, you can catch them on Route 4. But like I say, Vaporeon is such a nice bulky water type Pokemon. It hits hard as well, just like Ampharos. This team is a mixture of bulkiness and hitting things hard, and I really love this Ultra Sun and Moon team. The fact that we had additions such as Ampharos, you know, Dusk, Lycanroc, Pokemon like that really helped my Ultra Sun and Moon team out with the diversity. I had the grass, water, fire, electric, had the rock, the new Pokemon. You know, it's just a great situation. I absolutely love my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon team, and you know, I had to include an evolution. I just had to, and Vaporeon is one of my favorite evolutions as well, so why not put him on my team? But that is why Vaporeon finishes off my Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon team. But with that, it does wrap up today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. If you did enjoy the video though, please do leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Like I said at the start of the video, I would also love to hear your guys' teams as well in the video, so please just let me know them in the comment section below. I do have a couple top 5s coming onto your screen in a second, so be sure to give them a watch if you do have the time, and also subscribe if you do enjoy my content. That is everything from me though, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video.